What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Thomas, and today we are breaking down every single item that sold out from Supreme Week 9 of Fall Winter 25 and analyzing their current resale value over on StockX.com, giving us a better understanding of the market, seeing what people were going after, and most importantly, seeing if my resale predictions for the week ended up being true, what I missed, so we can continue to learn more about the current Supreme customer and what the market as a whole places value on for all these products we talk about every single week. So if you love breaking down Supreme, Palace, resale content, and more, do me a solid and hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and then smack the noti bell so you get updated every single time I post or go live. There's also a hype button floating around somewhere. I think it might be desktop only, but if you're feeling hyped after watching this video today, and only if you're feeling it, consider hitting that hyped button. We also got memberships available on the channel, but I'm gonna stop rambling and just get right into our main entree of today, which is over on Supreme.com. Real quick though, if you haven't seen my unboxing for Supreme Week 7, I uploaded it yesterday on a Sunday, which is a bit weird for me, but I took a lot of time editing it, so go check that out here on screen. Link also in the description. Appreciate the support, you guys. Another emergency broadcast. We do finally have the Wu-Tang X Supreme capsule dropping for week 10. This is going to include all of the lookbook items coming out that feature that Wu-Tang design element, from the Gore-Tex jacket and pants to the hockey jersey to the camp to the board to the beanie to the mug and ashtray, 2 hoodies, and I believe there's like an unseen t-shirt floating around. I'm not too sure, but I would not be surprised if there are some unseen items also dropping. Get ready, Wu-Tang fans. We are going to be in for it this week. I'm going to talk more about this in my weekly drop list video, so stay tuned to that and follow me on social media. Let's see the latest updates on what's dropping for week 10. Looking at week 8, we saw a lot of stuff sell out from Fox. These 3 though, still in stock in some sizes, which if you can fit one of these, or you're a collector, you bike and you didn't pick it up, I'm just saying, eventually money to be made. But let's take a look from the top and go all the way down to the bottom, starting off with the hooded work jacket in the denim colorway. This guy I originally thought was pretty cool, but then looking at the retail price being $468, it's actually restocked in a size large since pulling this up earlier this morning. I'm sure this will sell out eventually again, and the black colorway still has a small and medium. Let's see StockX. No sales quite yet. Here are all the asks. I feel like this thing will start to sell maybe high 400s. Some sales on the black one though already. XL, we have 580 as the highest sold, and those larger sizes are sold out. That does make sense. But overall, just a bit of a letdown for a work jacket, I think, from Supreme. All right, my personal favorite item of the week that I would have copped for a personal, if I were to cop anything this week for myself, this would have been it. This Supreme Fox Racing sweater looks really cool. I like the tag down below. Sold out in both colorways. And this continues along with the sweater hype, which has been going around for 5 years now, I'd say. It's always kind of been there, but as of late, these can definitely command some decent resale prices. Let's look at the asks. We got high 2s all the way up to the low 300s, but the only sale for the white colorway is $277 for a size XL. Let's look at black. We can look at all the lowest asks here. Pretty similar, a bit lower than white, and the black colorway does not yet have any sales. Oh, maybe I was just on the XL. That's strange. I'm gonna double check the work jacket in case, because we do have sales here, a bunch of larges. And then for white, wow, medium 319 is the highest one. Okay, noob alert, dude. We had 2 larges sell, one for $420, Blaze It, which is under retail, nice. And then a day later, some dude, this is seller view, okay, this is not including fees, $727. And then here are all the asks, the list view. And then for black, wow, that's a lot of asks. Sales, we've got a high of $715 for a double XL. Look at that. Okay, moving right along with the Fox Racing long sleeve top. This didn't sell out in the multicolor. It's still available in a medium, but the black colorway did in fact sell out. You can see the multicolor highest sold in XL. on drop day for $228, and the black, no sales at all, even though it's the only sold out colorway. Curious how that happens. I wonder if it has to do with other markets or something, because that don't make no sense. Next up, the DMX racing jersey. This was one of the items that I copped this week in a size large. Kept it pretty simple. I thought this thing was fire. I liked the color combinations. I liked the graphics. Everything about it, that was dope. And sold out in both colorways. It was $168 retail. Sorry, I haven't been mentioning all the retail prices, but they have been on the screen. You can look at the sales here for the gray jersey or the black jersey. Here are all the lowest asks, and then a bunch of volume on this thing. These are the past 50 sales, so I can't really look at everything, but none of these compare to what I sold mine for, and that's pretty funny. I'll show you guys here. All right, so here is my listing. I listed it for $298, very high, because I just wanted to see if anyone would bite. And typically I will list high on eBay, wait for someone to send an offer. This had offers available turned on, but someone said, fuck it, dude, I want this thing right now. And they paid $338, which is the $13 in shipping, plus the sales tax that eBay actually charges them for their $298 subtotal. That order total, then before it gets its way to me, eBay takes the sales tax back from the order total. So that's always kind of a net zero. You don't make any kind of money on your taxes, but mostly you get the transaction fees, which I don't fully know if that is taken off of your order total. I would assume so. And Thrifted Trail, if you're watching, can I get some confirmation on that? I should know this by now, but sometimes I just sell it and take it for what I can get it for. But I sold mine after fees for $264.60 after paying $168 plus some other items. I did get free shipping, so I have to calculate the total of what I earned there, but not bad. And that just shows you that you can resell Supreme and not always be beholden to this StockX market price, because I saw the StockX price just keep going down, 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 down. And I think part of the reason why you can sell stuff for higher on eBay is there's different customers on there, and oftentimes it's people that are really just trying to buy the clothes to wear, and StockX is a lot of people trying to sell the clothes to make money. It's the same on eBay. There just feels like there's a difference. That might not be scientific, but it doesn't have to be. I'm just a guy yapping on a microphone talking about Supreme. Okay, here's the Arctic Camo colorway right here. You can look at all the lowest asks shown there. And then we got some sales as well. Bunch of sales, actually. Holy cow. Probably the highest one was high 200s. Wow, 371 for a double XL. There you go. All right, the second item that I copped from Supreme this week was this zip-up hooded sweatshirt for my boy Sonic Boom. Ended up grabbing this in a single cart in a size extra large. Definitely could have added it to my original cart, but wanted to be safe, secure my items first. We still ended up copping it for him. Ended up being the black colorway that was the most hyped and loaded in, sold out for some people. A lot of botters were going after this piece for whatever reason. It is pretty sick and very wearable. And now let's take a gander at all of the lowest asks. I'm really just going to look at the black, camo, and pink. Here are the lowest asks for black, going down quite a bit. It was selling for a lot more when it originally dropped. It'd be nice if we could look at a chart. They usually have one. Here we go. So the high was maybe 389 on October 25th, and it's plateaued to like mid 200s, high 200s, like 280, something like that. You guys can go through by yourselves and click on all this stuff. I mean, it's stockx.com. Just type in the name of the item here, and you can sort through all the data. Typically, I pay attention to my sizes, the ones that I actually buy. That's the one I'm basically pricing at any one time, but I'm sure if I included eBay on all these items, we could get a better understanding of the market and see the highest highs and more of the median sales. But we really just look at StockX because it's easy. It's very visually appealing to me, at least. It shows what the prices are at right now, where they're trending, last sale, etc. It's not a perfect science by any means, but it has kind of become the middle ground for buyers and sellers to determine what an item is worth in the hype beast streetwear sneakers world, for better or for worse. Here's the pink colorway. Looks like they're all are around the low 300s, high 200s. Not bad for a $198 retail. Naturally, we have the matching sweatpants, which are still available in blue, and that's it. A couple sizes for blue, medium, and XXL. We have them for sale here. Lowest asks shown. Make sure I'm not just getting the extra larges. Decent sales, man. Holy crap, 340 for a size small. Damn. What about camo? 300. Okay. And white. $292 for a small. Right on. Lois asks, my biggest question is, what is the Swarovski S logo New Era selling for? We still have a 7 1/8 for sale in the camo colorway, which is surprising. This thing was taxed. You could get the Fox hoodie for the same price. It's crazy. People would rather buy a hat with some jewels on it that you could really just do yourself in a little arts and crafts project. But that S-Rov, people love it. They go crazy for it. Supreme's making money from it. Fair enough. Here's the blue one. All kinds of crazy asks all over the place. What do we got for actual sales though? What are people paying? $288 for the seller. No sales here on navy. What about black? $275, $254. I mean, that's over retail. Red, lowest ask in the 400s. I think if people hold the line and they didn't make a lot of these, resellers will eventually get their money for them. Still think it's crazy that a freaking fitted was $200, regardless of the crystals or not. Okay, the Fox Racing hat is next. Sold out in every colorway, I believe. Yep. And we can look at the resale prices now. Ooh, lowest ask 74, last sale 74. And first one sold 89. One of those instances where selling quickly is definitely the move. And let's just take a look at Realtree. Lowest ask is 84. Highest sold is actually only 81. Sold yesterday at the time of recording. Let's take a peek at black. Last sale 77. Lowest ask 77. Highest sold 86. Keeping in line with the hats, we have the Fox beanie next in 2 colorways, sold out $44. There you go. In the white colorway, we have a highest sold for 75 or 81 it looks like, and then the lowest ask is 83. Doing better than I thought right off of release, to be honest with y'all. In the black, lowest ask 66, highest sold 101 is crazy. Damn. So those are all the prices of the black Fox Racing beanie. Now, speaking of beanies, we also had the New Era outline beanie actually sell out in every single colorway, which I was pretty surprised on. I only thought a few of them would go, like this white one here, maybe the black. All of them ended up going, took a little bit of time, but now we can see on StockX, they are selling for a pretty penny. I mean, $98, not too bad. So not too bad that I was reminded to put back on my boonie. I can't believe I took it off, and guys, I really apologize for that one. Just say I've had an interesting morning. And then you can look at all the other colorways. It's gonna vary a little bit per colorway. I'm assuming that white one is the best so far, or the highest total resale prices, and that's what it looks like according to the lowest ask here. All right, a couple items left. First, we have the Hanes Bone Thermal Crew, which ended up being pretty dang hyped. I saw a lot of people on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, comments, everywhere, social media in general, posting about these 2 colorways, the floral and the Bruce Lee yellow. We also saw black sell out. Took a little bit longer, but black sold out. Natural is also sold out. Little Shopify bug there for a second, but they are all sold out, and including the pants, which are sold out in yellow. Actually, floral has a full-size run versus Mondays. Same thing with black and natural. People really don't care that much about the thermal aspect of them. It is a fashion thing with the long sleeve top. For better or worse, that's how people run. Well, as you can see here, I'm currently in some competition trying to sell my XXL for 115 bones, which is funny that people are even paying close to that because this was $32 when it came out, and I would not recommend paying anywhere close to these prices here. But some sales we've seen for XXL, 118. I was slipping on that one. Saw one for 114 that I guess just someone undercut me. God dang it. Maybe I'll have to do the drop by $1. That's the annoying part about StockX, is you have to be the lowest ask pretty much or snipe a bid. It's really not the best format, but it is the easiest to do. Least amount of effort required, and I think that's why people gravitate towards it. Looking at all the asks here, XXL and small are actually the highest, believe it or not. Small has had a big resurgence, it appears. Like on the floral, it's even dominating XXL, which makes sense. This is more of a ladies colorway with the light white and floral accents. Let's see, top sales for floral. This is the last 50. Can we do just smalls? Okay, the sales aren't too high though. So for actual numbers, yellow's doing the best, which kind of makes sense to me. But for the thermals, not really so much. These were also $32. Some XXL, some XL sales are okay there. Well, why I keep selecting a size and not all of them, that's really pissing me off. Here's all of the sales though. Holy crap, 215 and 217. They don't include the applicable fees though. Okay, I can't even see if this is buyer or seller view. It's not even giving me the option. Fair enough. Floral 83, not even worth really looking for all the other colorways because they're still in stock. Now, I said at the beginning saying the actual racing items were still in stock. The helmet, we have size small. Impact chest guard, we still have small, medium. And the gloves, we still have a small and unfortunately a medium for me, who ended up buying those to flip. We'll get there eventually, but we do have some sales on the DMX V1 helmet, which looks so dope, so clean. Let's see here, 2 sales. Okay, 410, 400. Retail was 348. Not great in terms of total revenue on that right there, but people just want that quick flip. There you go. I would say this guy is more of a grailed type of item that you would sell on there, or eBay, your own Instagram, something like that. But I think it's only a matter of time before prices get down to this level, and definitely the larger sizes. Now, in terms of the gloves, I'm here in the trenches trying to sell for 223. Here I am on the mediums, and it's like basically the first in line beyond the people that are just complete idiots and selling for basically retail after fees, like 147, 148, stuff like that. So I'm holding the line here once those people sell their products. So it might be a little bit of a hold, but I'm willing to wait because it's still in stock on the website. Makes sense. Not every purchase decision you go for is the right one. And I think maybe I just got a little too excited about the gloves, but I'm only in them for 118, and I think they'll absolutely sell for more than that eventually. But that is everything that sold out for Supreme week 9. What do y'all think about it? In my honest opinion, the Fox Racing stuff went about as I expected. All the items that I assumed would sell out ended up selling out. I think my only miscalculation was perhaps hyping up the racing gear specifically a bit higher than other folks did. And I think that is one of those cases where over time, the helmet, gloves, and impact chest guard will be more sought after as people that slept on the drop or didn't even know about it and are finding out about it later end up wanting it. And that's the thing, guys. Supreme will always have that element of collectability. As soon as the web store is closed, as soon as the season's over, these items will never be sold again. Even if you don't hit a banger right out of the gate, it's a brick. Some people are saying it's just not true. In the long term, it'll end up being collectible to someone. And if not, you can usually at least wear it for a while, maybe sell it down the road, trade it, or do whatever you want. It's clothing at the end of the day. So hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more info on week 10 and the Wu-Tang drop. Gonna be pretty hype. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.